T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Welcome to another Chill Review. This time it's Marvel Legends series, Marvel Studios Infinity Saga, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Black Widow. Don't pay attention to that price. I didn't pay that price at all. Luckily I paid half of that price. But anywho, this is part of Marvel Studios' celebration of the Marvel Studios movies. Hasbro and other companies releasing Marvel Studios figures are capitalizing on this to sell product. In this particular case, Hasbro is revisiting their original Marvel Studios Black Widow figure that they released back in 2014 for Captain America the Winter Soldier. That was actually the first Marvel Legend I bought after watching a review on Shartimus Prime's channel, I believe. And yeah, that's what made me notice her or know it was even coming out. And then I got it. But now here, what they did was updated the digital face print, gave her some more accessories, and they updated her body a little bit. From what I can tell, without being able to find my original figure, which I tried very, very hard to find, and I couldn't. Spoiler warning for comparisons. It seems like from the torso down, she's the original figure, but upper torso, head, and arms, new. Maybe the hands could be the same. I'm not sure. She originally came with some gun holding hands, and she had these guns permanently attached to the side of her legs, which is the same tooling. They do not come off. But what they did do is they gave her new double jointed elbows, which they've only recently started doing for female figures. Thank you. They gave her the dumbbell neck joint, because I believe the original just had a regular ball, if I'm not mistaken. So she can get that much up and down, and get some tilts, and of course it'll rotate the head. But I don't think they changed much with the upper torso. But there's that. Of course you can bend the elbow all the way up, rotate. See the shield logo? You see her details. Nothing's really picked out in paint except the belt buckle, that buckle, the zipper, the stuff on her little stinger. I forgot what it's called. And the shield logo. These hands go up and down vertically and rotate. The legs kick forward, and when you do that, these full straps are not attached, so they move with the leg. The leg can kick out to the side only that much. You get thigh rotation, double jointed knees that bend all the way, feet that kick forward, feet that kick back. You get ankle pivot, but it's that heel ankle pivot that I hate. That doesn't really rotate. And unfortunately, they didn't add boot swivel. But you can tell the legs are old because they have pins. You saw that face. I didn't talk about it, but here's this one right here. Both hair styles have this wash in it, which is good. And I think the face looks more accurate than the original. The original was, it didn't have digital face print. It looked good. It looked like her. But with the digital face print, it looks a little bit more like her. And unfortunately, I didn't even review that figure. While I still have her gun holding hands attached, here she is with these pistols right here, which I believe we saw in her movie release figure. They have the blast effects port right there. And these may be the old hands because they aren't designed to hold this. The fingers do not go into the trigger hole at all. Here she is with the fisted hands. Last thing she comes with is these blast effects for her little stinger wrist gauntlet things, so she can be zapping people with that, which is cool. End of the day, before I get comparisons out of here, she's a cool figure. The accessory count being upped, I like that. I like them coming with fist because they fight people, they punch people. I like them having trigger hands because she's a person who uses guns. I like her coming with these blast effects. That's awesome. And 2 different face options. I mean, both faces are making the same facial expression, but 2 different hairstyles is cool because maybe you like the long hair, maybe you like the short hair. Options are great. But on paper, the accessory count, great. Great. Only thing else they could have added is hands that are open like this. I always say this, the open palm martial arts style hands. Sort of like this. Starting lineup hand. Hands like that. But like you see, she is on this stand right here, this McFarlane stand. She cannot stand up that great with these heels. So please know that you're going to definitely need a stand if you want her to be in some type of dynamic pose. If you work with her, you can do it. But since she doesn't have like boot rotation like I was showing off with Power Princess, it makes it difficult to get her into the exact pose that you're looking for without twisting the leg into some orientation you weren't exactly wanting at first. But that's good right there. I love them putting the double jointed elbows. I wouldn't have bought it. If it didn't have the double jointed elbows, I would not have bought it. Only other thing, I can't wait till the day. I don't know how much Marvel Legends are going to cost by then. The day where females can crunch forward more in the diaphragm than that, because that just looks straight. And they actually have the inverted ab crunch on every single figure. Most movie figures are made brand new every time. They're a whole new mold. So I don't know why they don't just implement that stuff. But here we are. This is just what they're going to give us for whatever reason. Once they start implementing it, they'll probably raise the price to $30 for every figure, whether they come with a bunch of accessories or not. To show you, here's what the arm looks like without the stingers on there. Here's a comparison right here. Here's another comparison, and I'm gonna stop right there. Negatives, I wish they would have just went the whole remake route and just redid everything. Like, why even touch the old figures if you're trying to show what you can do nowadays with 2023, 2024 technology? Just redo the whole figure. Because pinless legs would have been nice. Actual gun holsters where you can actually put these guns in there. Like, these pieces are separate parts. They could have taken that out and remolded it if they wanted to be that cheap. They could have at least did that. Because having separate guns while she still have guns in the holster is really silly. This hip design is also very different. They don't sculpt hips like that anymore. I know this is G.I. Joe, but the hips just look different and more proportionate on newer figures. But outside of cosmetic stuff, my main complaint with this thing is getting her to stand up is very difficult with them tiny feet. So overall, I like her, but I think honestly for every figure, if you can't get them into their most iconic pose, like her superhero landing she likes to do, then I just say you should just stop and start over till you can make the figure do it. Because I could probably make her arms bend down, but she can't look up because the neck articulation is limited. Anywho, here's what this looks like on this body right here. The neck is very high, so the head sits up higher than it should. That split right there is probably should be touching the shoulder, but it's not. You can fake it or whatever, but there's that. And let's try the reverse with this head. Yeah, when you pop it on the neck is way too low. So there's that. It fits on there, but when you fit it all the way on there, it doesn't look right. But we could just set the head on top of that ball, and it looks perfectly normal. But anyhow, thank you for watching. Until next time, T-Man 978 out of here. Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.